how do you deal with criticism when somebody's telling you they don't like your book, they don't like your creative project? How do you deal with that in a way that doesn't diffuse your momentum or your passion for what you really want to get out into the world, but that you can also take it into account and work with it? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. I want to share the 3 top ways to deal with criticism, and this is mostly as it relates to authors, but really also as it relates to if you're a musician, an artist, somebody who's creating something that's coming out of you personally that you're putting out into the world in a commercial sense, as in you're selling it. People will have an opinion, and sometimes it won't be positive. So how do you deal with that? First, it's one person's opinion, meaning there's 7 billion people in the world, and I promise you all of them have an opinion, probably 50 opinions each day, that are firing almost on auto response. You see a display in Starbucks, ew, that color's ugly. You see somebody walking past and you don't like the outfit that they're wearing, and you have that judgment as well. See first how you have instantaneous judgments about what you see, and notice, is that a reflection of the person themselves or just the specific aspect that you didn't like? Meaning you don't think that person's a horrible person for wearing an outfit that you may not like. You don't think Starbucks is a horrible company, or that Howard Schultz, the founder, is a horrible person personally because you don't like a display or something that you may see in a store. So if you can think about it through that lens, then you can take criticism with a grain of salt when somebody's directing it at you, because they're actually responding to what you've created and put out in the world, not to you as a person. So that important distinction that they're giving feedback on something you've created, and if you can separate the emotions and the essence that goes into creating something from the fact that it ultimately will stand on its own in the market and in front of other people without you there to explain every detail of it, then you just take that as data. You take it as one person's opinion, and let's see what the next person thinks. So that goes on to step number 2, is going a little bit deeper into connecting a creative critique from a personal attack, right? And I think back to when I was in music, when I was in a rock band, and if we write our own music, we never performed cover songs. So we'd get up and we'd play songs that we wrote and perform them on stage. And if somebody's like, that sucks, or tells you that song sucks, it's very difficult to separate that from a personal attack. You hear that song sucks and you hear you suck. But that's only so commingled when you're there presenting your own art. And even still, if you can embody that you're putting something out into the world, but you want it to be received, but you're not dependent on other people's positive feedback, then you're in the right frame of mind to continually create and put more out and use whatever feedback comes in as data. You can either incorporate it and act on it or not. You don't have to take any action once somebody has a critical opinion of your creative work. So that goes to the third point, and probably the most important one, is emphasizing positive feedback. And it's easy to see that one negative review. It's easy to see that one email from somebody who doesn't like whatever you've written or created for whatever reason, and they just can't hold back from letting her rip. But how about the 10 or the 20 or the 50 or the 100 people that gave you positive feedback? Say, I love what you're up to. Oh, this really inspired me. I can't wait to see more. Take those, make a folder, and make those visible in your life, because those are the people that you want to be focusing on. Haters are going to hate. Nobody's ever built a statue to a critic, but the people that really love and resonate with what you're doing, that's who you want to be in touch with, and that's who you want to love on as well. Because you're always going to have this situation where there's the vocal minority, meaning a small number of people have to have their voice heard and have to tell you what they think on every topic under the sun. But then you also have the silent majority who may passively, and you never even hear about it, read your book, listen to your music, see your art, see something that you've created and love it. But how many times do you go out of your way to write somebody and tell them how much you loved something that they created? So disproportionately, how many people can actually get a positive impact and experience of what you've done and what you've created, and the small minority of people that you're going to hear about it from. So keep that all in mind. Those are 3 tips to help deal with criticism. Hope that's helpful, and I'll see you in a future video.